think I've got a whole lot of work ahead of me. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Well, as you can see, I've got a ton of work ahead of me. The 55 panel van bush find is in the house. Yeah, Josh basically didn't have time to do much more on it, and he said, "Are you keen?" And I said, "Yep, bring it over to the Demop headquarters." And I'm a glutton for punishment, and yeah, a lot of work, but I'm up for the challenge. I think the last update we had that I showed you guys was just clearing it all out and getting all the panels that we kind of needed. And I think we did a little repair on the back side of it that someone didn't like and told us to stop. Yeah, that was a little stitch up job just there. Anyway, floors pretty much cleaned out, and we've just screwed in all the subframe, all the outriggers and center sections. Just, get them all into position, ready to strengthen up. I kind of want to start on the floor first and just get that solid, and then we can start moving up from there. Yeah, it's going to be a big build, and I know a few people did ask me what the deal is with the patina. The fact that we don't have a lot of patina left, and there is going to be a lot of replacement green stuff on this. Don't know. We're just going to go as we go, and I still want to try and blend it all in and try and make it look one color. We'll probably just get like a satin blue in that original blue color and just see what happens. I know it's going to be difficult, but a few people said sandblast the whole thing back to bare metal. Problem doing that is you are then going to be ended up doing a shiny dead straight panel van, which you're talking about thousands of hours and probably 2 or 3 years in here. And Josh doesn't want that. I don't want that either. I've done enough of those shiny ones. They just take forever and a day. And yeah, we want this just rough, So we're going to just see. Obviously the plan is to try and get rid of the red, and whatever is underneath that, you can see with one of those coral wheels, you can get the red paint off and reveal the blue under it. So it's going to be an experiment to see what is going to happen with this. Like I said, we just don't know. Your floor needs replacing, you can see there, so that has to be done. What else? Obviously we've got the panel there, the floor inside the back. We do have this section here, which is this piece here, and we'll end up using that top rail to stitch that in, and also this little section of the swage line, because you can't actually buy that. So that's another part. That bit there I'm not too concerned about. I'll just panel beat that back down and do my best to try and weld it all up. You can see someone's done a nice butcher job in the above the fuel tank there, so we'll have to try our best on that. Going to be a lot of work. I really feel sorry for the neighbours. Grinding, bashing, but mind you, I don't really have a lot of neighbours here, so we're pretty good. All right, well, I just thought I'd let everybody know what's going down. All right, so I think one of the first jobs we need to tackle before we start welding all these funky green panels in is just the rust. I think we've got to get some rust converter on all these I-beams and the chassis rails and all the pipes here that carry all the cables and stuff. So I think that all needs to be cleaned up with a wire brush, and we will kill rust solution on all this and just get that all done, and then we can start in here. I think this is probably the best place to start. It's a bit overwhelming when you look at the whole thing, but you kind of got to start somewhere, right? Okay, so I've got the beast up on the hoist just so we can have a better look at it. And I have also, well, I've discovered it has had an almighty hit right here. This whole section here has been pushed right in, so that's going to need the porta power to bring this out. You can actually just tell by the floor in here how badly distorted it is. So that's going to take a little bit of finessing to get that done. Bumper bar will get that removed pretty quickly. Yeah, you can see I'll just hop underneath here. Let's have a look. A lot of gunk, and I don't know if they're wasp nest or not, but yeah, just a lot of surface rust on it, which we'll have to take care of. I'm not sure if the heater tube that runs down to the rear if this material here is asbestos or not. It kind of looks like it, so I might have to stick a plastic bag over the top of that and just cut that pipe off completely, because we're going to have to replace it anyway. But to me, it does look like it. I don't know, it might not be, but I'm sure someone will be able to let me know. But yeah, that stuff's not good for your lungs, so I think I'll put a respirator on and tackle that very shortly. Get rid of that. You can see all the parts that have been replaced in readiness for welding. It's not too bad up this end. I don't see anything in the chassis rails that need repairing, apart from just surface thrust, but we can take care of that pretty easily. It will need, yeah, I kind of suspected that. That's completely toast. So that front lower valance will need to be replaced. That's completely gone. That's always a fun job, replacing that guy. Let's have a look around the rear. And that of course means, you know, we'll have to take this section here off. Let's have a look here. Obviously this piece here needs to be repaired. Little panel beading. I've already started this section here, just panel beading that. That one there, that needs a lot of work, that one. You can see inside here. Whoa, yeah, that's been pushed. That's been whacked. You can imagine the farmers would have just, you know, been flying around in this thing in the paddock, smacking into things and not really giving two frogs' backsides. Anyway, yeah, you can see the plate's still in there, which is good. ID plate and the serial number. And I don't know if there's... Actually, let's just double check that, because if it was a... Aha! I can see some numbers. Let's just cover this up here. Uncover. What have we got? This is going to tell us a little bit of info. Let's see. Right. Let's go and get ourselves a wire brush. There you go. So we've got MKA, I think that is, DV1146. So this would have been the flat pack that was delivered to Australia and then assembled, and I'm pretty sure that would be the Clayton branch in Melbourne where they would have actually put this thing together. MKADV. I'll have to double check that, because I think there was two plants that were putting them together here, but I don't recognise the DV, so we'll have to just have another look at that. But that just means that this was an Australian delivered flat pack, and obviously you've got your other numbers over here. There's the numbers there, so, and everything corresponds, which is excellent. I think we'll just double check. Yeah, we'll probably have to take that off and just give that a really good clean up too. Anyway, that's good news. So yeah, hidden serial number. Fuel tank's going to have to come out, of course, and I would imagine that, you know, we're going to have to go through all the mechanicals. The gearbox will probably have to come out. The reduction hubs will have to be recode as well, because we're keeping this all original. We're not lowering it or doing anything silly like that. And as you can see with the rear cradle that holds the gearbox, it's the round tube version. You can see there. So that tells us, of course, that it is a very early bus. Before, I think 56 was when 56 or 57 was when they went to the square cradle underneath. So that's a good sign as well. And yeah, you still got a lot of surface rust under the guards there, but look, nothing majorly crazy. So the other plan is with the 56 oval, I had to go and pick it up from my sister's farm because the shed that it was in blew away, and it ended up being out in the open, and it was getting wet, and the car cover was ripping off it, and I thought, no, I've got to get it out of the weather. So I've got that up in the top garage. Probably won't work on it for a while, but at least it's under cover now. All right, guys, well, I just thought I'd give everyone an update on the 55, and there's going to be, you know, a ton of videos on this now, because this is going to be my focus, you know, for the next, I don't know, 1,000 years. We'll see how we go. Yeah, all right, well, we'll catch you in the next installment, so stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't. Yeah, we'll see how this thing turns out. We have no idea. All right, catch ya. You.